Compliments of the new season. My name is Wadzanai Sansole. We have a couple of updates lined up for you on Newsplus this evening. These are your headlines. Acting President Dr. Constantino Chiwenga has called on Zimbabweans to prioritize industrialization, value addition and inclusive growth under National Development Strategy 2. Now, he was speaking at the burial of retired Brigadier General Matthias Tizirai Ngarava at the National Shrine in Harare today. Thousands of Christians begin the year by seeking divine guidance with 10 days of prayer and fasting. Now, our correspondent Ibn Mabunda explores why many are taking this spiritual route. And how about escaping the hustle and bustle of city life for a day in tranquil surroundings? That is just what scores of Bulawayo residents and visitors did over the New Year holiday, spending time at the spectacular Khami Ruins on the outskirts of the City of Kings and Queens. From humble beginnings in Norton, the Golden Footprints Soccer Awards are aiming to go countrywide to motivate and celebrate talent this year. That and more coming up in our Look at Sport. Thank you once again for joining us this evening. We now give you your stories in greater detail. Acting President Dr. Constantino Chiwenga says the country must prioritize industrialization, value addition and inclusive growth while implementing the National Development Strategy 2, NDS2. And the acting president was speaking at the burial of retired Brigadier General Matthias Tizirai Ngarava at the National Heroes Acre.
Unity of purpose and ethical leadership are key ingredients for Zimbabwe's economic transformation, says Acting President General Retired Dr. Constantino Chiwenga.
Our duty is not to merely honor their memory. It is to implement their vision through ethical leadership, clean governance, unity of purpose, and economic transformation.
He challenged everyone to put all hands on deck to ensure the National Development Strategy 2 is successful.
Our focus must be on industrialization, value addition, and inclusive growth. We must remain steadfast in our efforts to transform the economy, generate quality jobs, and enhance livelihoods of our citizens.
The acting president said this while delivering a eulogy at the national hero, the late Brigadier General Matthias Ngarava's burial at the National Shrine in Harare. The late national hero's family highlighted Ngarava's rich military history and dedication to service.
My father, the late Brigadier General, was many things to many people. A decorated soldier whose map was the very soil of his country. A war veteran whose weapon was both the rifle and the book. A farmer and an entrepreneur who built not just businesses but futures.
Colleagues described him as a hard-working and disciplined officer.
In ordnance, we stayed together for several years. Apart from that, he happens to come from where I was operating during the war. He comes from Chibi, in Gororo area. That is the area exactly where I was operating. And so our interaction was so close.
For ZTM Prime, I am Satashi Siwekwaza in Harare.
Now, every January, from the 1st to the 10th, thousands of Christians across Zimbabwe pause to observe 10 days of prayer and fasting. And it is not a scriptural requirement or a centrally organized program, but a voluntary discipline embraced across denominations. Faith leaders say the practice has become a defining culture of modern Christianity. Our reporter Ibn Mabunda explores why many believers are choosing to begin the year in prayer, reflection and fasting.
Now, from the 1st to the 10th of January each year, a quiet but powerful wave sweeps across the country as tens of thousands of Christians across denominations pause and commit themselves to days of prayer and fasting in what many describe as a defining culture of modern-day Christianity.
Ndopinda chechi Methodist Church in Zimbabwe. So kwedu isusu takatotangawo ma10 days. Tinotokurudzirawo kuti mutangewo ma10 days kuitira kuti panozouyawo zvinowanawo machallenges anowanikawo mukati megore mematocreata gear yenyu yekurwisana nazvo.
I just think it's good to start the year spiritually active, spiritually strong. To start the year, munhu uchinzwa kuti I'm spiritually strong, I'm active in the spirit.
From early morning prayer meetings to night vigils, churches across the country are drawing thousands of believers seeking spiritual alignment for the year ahead. Faith leaders say the practice goes beyond personal devotion, increasingly shaping how communities respond to social and economic challenges.
The 10 days of prayer and fasting that you see many people observe in this country, it's a good thing in the sense that it's a time for many people to spiritually detox. There is no law in the Bible that says people must have 10 days of prayer and fasting beginning of the year. However, it is a very significant culture.
While the 10 days are widely observed from the 1st to the 10th of January, the fast is not centrally coordinated, but independently adopted by churches across denominations and can be observed other times of the year.
As far back as we remember, the 10 days concept started with Sahaja Forward in Faith. And then over the years, some they've taken it up, they have 10 days, 12 days, 21 days, 40 days, but there's no uniformity. The concept is just start the year in the Lord.
Church leaders say fasting during this time encourages discipline, compassion, and moral introspection, values they believe extend beyond church walls into everyday life.
It is a very, very important season and time for any believer, particularly when you decide to take yourself or to consecrate yourself before the Lord, because it brings spiritual discipline to oneself. It brings spiritual maturity to oneself, knowing that the time of prayer and fasting, you basically say, I want to get closer to the Lord.
Some say it's the daily consecration of a Christian and the life led by one above the observance of fasts and rites.
Ini nyaya yekutsanya ndinofungidzira kuti munhu unofanira kutsanya any zuva, any day, 24/7, 366 days per year. Nokuti kutsanya haikuna period.
These gain traction. Religious leaders say they go beyond the words that are said, but into the transformation in the life of a believer. Reporting for ZTN Prime, I'm Ibn Mabunda, Zimbabwe's capital, Harare.
Coming up on Newsplus shortly after the break, Khami Ruins monuments wow local international tourists.
We're kicking your year off in all her glory. With more, because we got you. You get it? You know that. We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars. It's my specialty. We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone. With an upgrade on us, just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
Didn't graduate. I guess I blew it.
You couldn't advise him anything. He would just look at you and say, so who do you think you are?
We were just like really spoiled.
And then they just give me the receipt and I'd pay.
That guy walks in one day and then he says that he wants to make a movie.
He was blowing the money.
There was just like this habit that he had where as soon as he got money, it was gone.
I just didn't have the skills or the experience.
This money, I could see it disappear so fast.
Coming to you live from Harare on the second day of 2026, Newsplus gives you your latest updates. The Radiation Protection Authority of Zimbabwe has recorded major milestones under the National Development Strategy 1, NDS1, significantly strengthening the country's nuclear and radiation safety framework. Now, the authority procured and installed state-of-the-art radiation monitoring and detection equipment, enhancing national capacity to regulate radiation use across health, mining and research sectors. And speaking on the achievements, RPAZ Chief Executive Officer Justice Chipuru said the authority has entered into bilateral cooperation arrangements with Zambia, with Angola and the Democratic Republic of Congo, focusing on nuclear security.
So Zimbabwe is part of the family of nations. We are a member of the International Atomic Energy Agency, which is the UN nuclear watchdog. And in NDS1, we have pushed for the country to be part to all international conventions related to nuclear safety and security. And as a regulatory body, we have undergone international peer review to ensure that our regulatory approaches align with the international standards. In a way, we have also benefited from technical cooperation that is done by the International Atomic Energy Agency. We have benefited in the form of technical, highly technical equipment that is in our laboratories, state of the art. At the same time, we also have benefits from capacity building, training programs, and whenever we've got any challenges, we can reach out to our international experts for support.
Now, Chipuru said that the authority has also strengthened regulatory oversight, improved compliance monitoring among radiation users, and intensified public awareness on radiation safety.
We also have bilateral agreements with Zambia because we share the Chirundi border post for the control of the movement of vehicles that have got radioactive materials, especially emanating from the other countries. Like we know that there's heavy mining in Angola as well as the Democratic Republic of Congo. We've also been able to host delegations from other regulatory bodies in Malawi, in Eswatini, as well as Lesotho, who have come to learn from us because our system is considered to have been matured. Now we have 15 years of regulation and they are just starting, but we are all implementing the same international standards. So we learn from each other and we benefit greatly from the technical cooperation that is organized by the International Atomic Energy Agency.
And in other news, as the country welcomed the new year 2026, scores of Bulawayo residents and visitors chose the tranquility of the wild over the hustle and bustle of the CBD, with Khami Ruins emerging as a preferred destination for those that were seeking a peaceful and reflective start to the new year.
Khami Ruins came alive on New Year's Day as families, friends and tourists flocked to the UNESCO World Heritage Site to welcome 2026, surrounded by history, nature and open skies. Instead of loud music and congested city streets, visitors were greeted by the sounds of birds, rustling leaves and soft conversation set against the backdrop of ancient stone walls that tell the story of one of Zimbabwe's greatest pre-colonial civilizations. From early morning, a steady stream of vehicles made their way to Khami Ruins, carrying picnic baskets, camping chairs and cooler boxes as people opted for a calm and meaningful way to start the year. Inside the site, families spread blankets under trees, shared meals and took leisurely walks through the ruins, many stopping to admire the intricate dry stone walls that have stood the test of time.
igama lami ngu-Andrew Jore. Thina kumnyaka omtsha singene kahle sibili. Sazathi ukuthi sibuye lapha eKhami Ruins la sizowosa le family njengoba libona ifamily yami yonke le lapha le. Otherwise siyabonga nje ukuthi sikrosile. We just hope ukuthi umnyaka omtsha la uzosiphathela izinto ezinhle.
Designated the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Khami Ruins is a symbol of Zimbabwe's rich cultural heritage and ingenuity, making it a fitting place for reflection and renewal as the new year begins. Visitors strolled through the terraces, took photographs, and engaged guides learning about the kingdom that once thrived here and its place in the region's history.
We have been to Chabalala Game Park, and now Khami Ruins lapha sithanda ukuthi sibonge kakhulukazi esikubona lapha namhlanje. It helps the kids. It's sort of an educational tour. So it's very happy ukuba lapha namhlanje. So sithini guys, sithi simple.
For some families, making a trip to Khami Ruins on New Year's Day has become a growing tradition, a way to step back from the fast pace of modern life and reconnect with roots and values.
Uma ngavakashela lapha lemuli yakho hayi ngiyazithokozela sibili. Akulanto engakuhlupha vele ukuthi uthenge njani. Into nje isikhathi ngakhala ngayo khathesi ukuthi ngasiyalungisela umgwaqo bezindaweni lezokuthi sizozithokozela sile mdeni yethu abantu abethu. Singalungisela indawo hayi indawo inhle sibili leyo.
Yeah, I'm blessing. Tinevimbo. Vazimoto chikandamini wishanul pauta. I'm here to connect spiritual matters, like, connecting.
Children ran freely across open spaces, climbing small rocks and asking questions about the ruins as parents welcomed the safe and serene environment away from city traffic and noise. Some foreign visitors from the SADC region could only marvel at the ruins, which they said taught them about the country's heritage and history.
I'm from South Africa. I'm here on vacation. Today I'm at Khami Ruins with my whole family. I'm here with my sisters. We're doing the Khami Ruins walk. It's a very beautiful place. You can see like the signs and everything. There's lots of animals, there's baboon, and it teaches you a lot about the history of Zimbabwe, and you can actually feel how these people were feeling, and you can see the bricks, and you can see the whole heritage of Zimbabwe.
The turnout at Khami Ruins mirrors a broader shift in how Zimbabweans are celebrating public holidays, with more people choosing cultural and natural heritage sites over traditional urban entertainment spots.
Manje siku-King's Residence sivakashela abantwana iholiday kaDisemba hayi sijabulile sikunyuye kahle celebrate New Year hayi kuhle kuyi-green yonke into ikhanya inhle kakhulu.
As the sun rose higher over the ancient stone walls and laughter filled the air, Khami Ruins offered a quiet but powerful message that sometimes the best way to welcome a new year is by looking back, slowing down, and finding meaning in where we come from. For ZTN Prime, I'm Andile Chuma in Bulawayo.
Now, coming up in business, government partners Kutsaga in sweet potato production.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Here they come for the opening game, and away we are here at the African Cup of Nations.
Join our family meeting from the 21st of December to the 18th of January. Purchase a decoder for $30. AFCON 2025, live on SuperSport.
Government, in partnership with Kutsaga Research Station, is targeting the production of 90 million sweet potato vines that are set to benefit 1.8 million households as part of efforts to strengthen food security. Now, since the launch of the presidential sweet potato program in 2021, over 3.5 million vines have been distributed nationwide. And speaking in an interview, the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Anxious Masuga, said the vines will be channeled through the 1,000 established village business units, transforming rural communities from subsistence farming to commercial agribusiness through boosting incomes, enhancing food security, and creating employment opportunities.
We will be able to eliminate import of Irish seed potato. Irish seed potato, in terms of volume of type of potato required, is about 500,000 metric tons. And we still import a very substantial amount from South Africa. We also, under the Presidential Rural Development Program, want 90 million vines to be able to distribute to communities, to the 1.8 million households, and this facility will anchor that production, and we've been discussing how we can decentralize this to the 1,000 established village business units. We also have challenged the Tobacco Research Board, Kutsaka, to venture into fruit tree production, and we have in mind that Ansonia digitata, Ziziphus, and Sclerocarya, Mapura, Mauyu, and also Masau, so that they can provide the feedstock that is required for rural industrialization.
Now, Star Africa Corporation expects a stable operating environment by 2026, anchored by tight monetary policy, fiscal discipline, and a positive agricultural outlook. In its trading update for the half year to September 2025, Star Africa's management believes the stable operating environment will support a gradual recovery in consumer demand. And despite the favorable outlook, the group highlighted that its sales volumes at sugar refining business declined by 26% to 27,208 tons from 36,625 tons in the prior comparative period. And still on business, CFI Holdings recorded a mixed performance across its business units for the year ended September 30, 2025, with improvements in retail and farming operations offset by a sharp decline in the food manufacturing business. Now, in a statement of financials for the review period, the retail operations remained the backbone of the business, benefiting from improved agricultural activity during the year. And challenges such as power supply disruptions, procurement constraints, and competition from the informal sector continued to weigh on the overall performance. And as a result, revenues declined by 5.46% to 2.72 billion ZiG from 2.87 billion ZiG in the same period the prior year. Newsplus will be right back.
Harare, tune into the beat.
Capitalk 100.4 FM, your source for news, business, sports, fashion, and more.
Experience the pulse of Harare's culture and lifestyle.
Capitalk 100.4 FM, Harare's top radio station.
Join the conversation with Zimbabwe's top personalities.
Subscribe now for fresh and infotainment content daily.
Capital 100.4 FM, Harare's heartbeat.
Captain Wally J is about to take you to boot camp.
It's the riveting science and tech show that keeps you up to date with the hottest gizmos on the block and revealing the illustrious and innovative visionaries in Zimbabwe. So much to see, you'll keep swiping.
This cherry red beauty is the Dairy Auto M7 mini electric car.
We've designed our brute force incubator board.
Look at what we've got here.
Solar powered scarecrow was part of the project that I was supposed to complete.
Catch Swipe every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. on ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294. Get the picture?
Dental checkups, experiments, games.
The mixture is making bubbles and the bubbles have changed color. Our balloon has been filled by carbon dioxide.
We have it all right here on Happy Sprouts. Catch us exclusively on ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294.
Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Ngombeyaura defensive midfielder Emmanuel Zinyama has declared his commitment to the club despite attracting attention from other clubs because of his form. Now, Zinyama enjoyed a good campaign with the Hunters, who finished second in the Northern Region Soccer League following an intense title race with eventual champions Ngombeyaura. Now, the player's consistency throughout the season has been rewarded with many individual awards, including first runner-up for the NRSL Soccer Star of the Year, as well as being crowned the Player of the Year at the Golden Footprints Football Awards. Now, the former Cranbourne Bullets star remains grounded and says that he wants to fight for promotion with his current side.
Although it's also zvakashata as a team, but I'm so happy to be recognized here in Norton. So there's no two ways in football. Just have to put in the work. You have to work hard, extra hard. If you push yourself, you'll get far. I will be humble. I'm staying at Ngombeyaura. I still have a contract there. I'm staying at Ngombeyaura. The young players, stay away from drugs. Just keep on working. Your time will come. And to the fans, I want to thank you for voting for me to be the player of the season. And I will keep on pushing myself until my legs are tired.
Now, the Golden Footprints Soccer Awards are hoping to spread their wings to all provinces in 2026 after establishing their presence in Norton for the past few years. The GFA, in partnership with Norton Times, has been honoring outstanding footballers across the different associations every year, blending community roots and also sporting excellence. And the organizers now want to take the movement countrywide and offer more platforms to motivate and celebrate talent.
Then for next year and going into the future, we promise with God's grace and probably with also assistance from the authorities, especially the government, we would want to make this GFA national, meaning we want to cover all soccer playing regions of the country, mostly all Division 1 levels and the Premier League for both men and women. Those are the plans that we have for next year. The issue of inclusivity. We include everyone. We are not selective. I think you've seen we've started our events targeting even the lower leagues, schools. Then women and men were honored in the same way.
Now, the association has also intensified its plans to promote inclusivity across the board and offer all players an equal platform.
We've started our events targeting even the lower leagues, schools. Then women and men were honored in the same way. There was no separation whereby the male winner will get a bigger trophy, the female winner will get a much smaller trophy. It was all equal. I think you always even saw on the prizes, they all got similar things. So I think that inclusivity whereby gender parity, yeah, I think everyone should be willing to come on board. Then we are also going national, and before everyone knows it, we'll go international as well. So whoever want to partner with us, I think this is the best time to get on board and be able to partner with us. Also as a way of uplifting the girl child. That's why we said even most of our guests here were females, because we want to put female soccer on the same pedestal with what? With the male soccer segment.
And that wraps up our Friday bulletin. Appreciate your time. My name is Wadzanai Sansole. Have a great weekend.